Welcome back to another episode of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden, with my Roll20 group. When last we left our heroes, they managed to make their way over to Bryn Shander to see if they could get some artisans to help them with crafting some dragon gear. Unfortunately, due to the limited nature of their ability to help, uh, the towns that didn't get their assistance before Chapter 2 are now relatively less friendly to them. However, they managed to pull out some dragon stake, and so they are going to enter Bryn Shander and attempt to get their needs met.
I guess we should try to go inside then.
That does sound like a good idea.
I agree. So they said you guys can enter, but your animals are not welcome. So, boop.
Sad.
They will have to wait outside. So, after checking your IDs and letting you in, etc., they basically give you a rundown of the rules around here. So this house over here is the house of the Morning Lord, and over here, this one. You know what? I'm just gonna draw shape. We'll make it brown. Purple? Okay, we'll make it purple. Purple it is.
There's a Lathander church here.
So they're Dissin and Dissin and Dissin. Alright, I think that's all of them. Oh, nope, missed one. Dissin. Alright. So,
Buildings to care about.
basically, yeah. I mean, it sounds dumb when you put it that way, but that's exactly what it is. So... Oh, lordy. Okay. Black Iron Blades is this one. The one in the center of town, the smaller one in the center of town. It's a shop and a smithy, so that's probably where you'll be able to get your gear worked on. House of the Morning Lord is the first really long one that I pointed out to you over here towards the edge of the town, northeast. Shoot. It's a shrine to the god of the sun, Amanator. Let's see. God of the sun, known to take any form he or she wants. It is currently run by Mishan, who is a priest of Amaunator. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Be sure to correct me in the comments. Let's see. Mishan calls Amaunator the Morning Lord, a name that Southerners use to describe Lathander, the god of the dawn and rebirth. However, Mishan views Lathander as a usurper to Amaunator. So probably don't bring that up with her.
Well, I mean, I didn't think Frost or Xandius were actually that religious.
Yeah.
Frost follows the Raven Queen.
Yeah, and so does Skiff, and then Agony used to, but you know, new priorities.
Hmm.
Painful
Fair.
priorities.
The building I highlighted at the very top of the town up here is Northlook. It is generally frequented by mercenaries and adventurers, and is the rowdiest and most dangerous place in Bryn Shander. But its tap room, it's it's the rowdiest and most dangerous place to stay. But at the same time, the tap room is the best spot in Tin Towns to get basically any information you're looking for.
Sounds like I want to go there.
Let's see. And then I did the Black Iron Blades. And then the Town Hall, obviously. Town Hall things. Which, I don't know if I actually told you, but this large building in the center of town is the Town Hall.
Makes sense.
And then all the way over here is the Council Hall, which is different from the Town Hall.
I'm sure we would care a lot more about that if we had come here when they could have given us a quest.
Probably. But in the meantime, those are what you're dealing with. So where would you like to go first?
Skiff would have gone straight to the smith.
That is
I
one
was
of
You
the...
know what? That's fair.
Say, like, the smith, yeah, and also someone to make those cloaks if possible with the wings.
A smithy would be able to take care of that. They have the facilities. That's the word I was looking for. They have the facilities to work with not just metal, but wood and leather. So they should be able to do that. All right. And then... So I guess the first thing is... So you get into the town, they're like, "Oh, you're that group of so-called heroes that's been helping the towns." And, that whole like you guys didn't come help us kind of thing that was going on. But after you pay for your materials to be worked on with food, the smith opens up a little more and is like, "Oh yeah, no, what you need?"
The stuff you described, the DM described.
Let's see. So that was the teeth you want to make into daggers, right?
Yeah, there was we could make 2 cloaks. I wanted one.
All right. And then you wanted the bones turned into weapons.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. How many bones did you get? I forgot.
9.
I can... Oh, you already know.
9? Okay.
No, 11 bones. It was 9 vials of the dragon blood.
Okay.
So with 11 bones, you could essentially make 11 weapons. What would you like to make?
Does a shield qualify in that lineup?
No, unfortunately.
Damn. Those should be
You can
big
use
bones for it too.
You could use the bones to augment a shield and turn it into a spiked shield, but the bones themselves cannot be used to make just a shield.
Okay, well, I mean, Skiff already has a shield at least.
So you could have your shield augmented with dragon bone spikes, but I mean, that's
What does that really do
kind
for
of a
it?
waste.
Does it actually do anything, or is it just like, oh hey, this does damage if you choose to?
Spike shields do have something. Give me just a second. I'll look and see what it was.
Zan, are you wanting a bone quarterstaff?
Yeah, a bone clear staff would be good. Something that won't break every 5 seconds.
That's what I was thinking for a longbow.
You would definitely like my weapons to be bone as well, but I don't think it will take all the bones, so we'd probably still have some
Yeah,
extra.
we're gonna have extra, especially since Frost will probably want the icy daggers from the teeth rather than bones.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Like if we had extra, I could always get a bone quarterstaff that I could eat at Zan if his breaks in battle.
It's dragon. It's mostly not going to,
Saying. Yeah, I mean having another quarterstaff made of dragon would not be bad.
because it's one of the few weapons that you can use.
Yes.
If you had been able to get a hold of the dragon scales, you could have made a dragon scale shield, but unfortunately,
We could have done a lot. Oh, we could have done other stuff with those dragon scales too. We could have had like scale
Yeah.
mail and another shit, but it's like no.
yeah.
Skip would actually look a little forlorn when when the smithy actually asks what they wanted in any kind of vaguely accepting tone, because it's like he felt that it was his failings that they didn't get the scales or the heart. It's like they got so many other things, but not those.
I'm pretty sure Frost would tell him it's not their fault.
He wouldn't show it too heavily because sometimes out of habit he would just stay with a cold stuff on because he's not as resistant to the cold as Frost is, and what does this town give up at night?
Probably food.
Let's see. Oops, wrong section.
Oh, I know people.
There it is.
Probably.
Yeah, it's people.
I forgot people was an option.
Just like a daily sacrifice.
Yep.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, they give up a people.
I don't want to give up a people.
It seems like one of those things where it's like, let's just get our business done and then get the fuck out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't want.
So, you have 11 bones. What did you want to make?
2 quarterstaffs, a longbow. Agony want anything?
Yeah.
Did you want like a? Would it just be one bone for a greatsword?
They are pretty big bones, so
yes.
that would make sense. And then one for the glaive too.
And a rapier. Although that's only around half the bones.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just over half.
And you said what would a spike shield even do?
In this case, with the bone, basically nothing. Because
Aww.
a spike shield gives you the ability to do a slam attack and do d6 piercing. But, I mean, you could do that with a dragon bone if you really wanted to, but what would be, like, you'd probably want to use your weapon over a shield.
Yeah. Is it another one of those occasions since we get dragon weapons, we have to roll like a 1d4 to see if it gets powered up at all or no?
No, dragon weapons do not have that in this case because the smith isn't strong enough to do that. And then, were you going to turn all 3 dragon teeth into daggers?
Is there anything else we can do with them?
I think we were, because that's all we could do with them.
Okie doke. So that would be...
Well, if they don't give any extra additions, the iciness of them for anything that doesn't resist frost, cold damage, which granted is a lot of things, but The third one could, if even if Frost is dual wielding daggers, the third one could probably go to Xandius, considering it's high enough damage to be as powerful as a one-handed quarterstaff.
So I like the idea of having daggers if I run out of spells.
Mm-hmm.
Which, in this case, they do normal dagger damage, but also 1d6 of, in this case, White Dragon's ice, so it'll do 1d6 cold damage. So it's essentially 1d4 plus 1d6 damage for the daggers.
So 1d4 and 1d6. What modifier is it? Still Dex for the
It
extra damage?
It's still finesse, so yes. My fuzzy buddy.
And what are the daggers called?
Just White Dragon Tooth daggers.
So the fact that these are made of dragon bone, it just helps make sure they won't break as easily.
Essentially.
And they
They
may
have a slightly they have a higher threshold required in order for them to hit the breakage.
What about the quarterstaffs?
They're essentially just bone, long bones.
But I mean, dragon bone is sturdier than other bones, so.
It is. With that said, with what you've ordered, oh, you also wanted the 2 cloaks, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
I was definitely
Yeah.
gonna kidnap one.
What was it, like Cloak of Dragonflight or something like that?
We also have the
Yeah.
dragon's horn as well. I don't know if we can do anything with it.
That could be made into several things. It's a primary reagent for potions, or you could have it turned into a spear.
I think we'll just wait on it.
I mean, we're probably going to also save our dragon blood too.
Yeah.
That's fair. Dragon's blood is also used in potions, but so with everything that you've asked for, let's see, that's 1, 2. It'll take about 3 days to complete.
Is he also able to craft the dragon's breath organ into something? Or
Unfortunately, that is well beyond his pay grade.
okay.
Because
And
that
how much do
requires
these items cost? Do you have to pay in gold?
So like services rendered.
since you're supplying the parts, yes, you just have to pay for labor, which in this case is 2 gold per item that you're having crafted.
Oh, okay. So how much gold is that?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 11 gold in total.
Okay, I would be paying 2, 4, 6, 8 gold.
Well, there you go.
That's
So-
easy enough.
Just need 3 more, and you guys will have your debt settled in 3 days to wait.
I'm assuming people getting the items are paying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, that was 11 gold in total.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like
80
each.
gold.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So that's the smithy. I mean, there's a couple of other places for you to look around here, but
And
nothing.
it's the Cloak of Dragonflight, right?
Yes, Cloak of Dragonflight.
Okay, that'll be my last attuned item.
Did he have anything like for sale basically? Like a shop?
I'm
He's
guessing all
got-
the basic stuff.
For the most part, yeah, he's got cold weather gear as well.
Because it was made from a white dragon ring, would the cloaks be like snowy looking and stuff? As far as appearance goes?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Can
Skiff
they be kind of like light blue? And white accent?
I mean, it's gonna be white as the primary color.
Okay, white with a light blue accent.
He could add light blue fabric for
That's
that.
what I
Sure.
would want.
Skiff would not care about that. He would claim one, but since it came from White Dragon, it would naturally just probably be pure white, and he wouldn't touch it. It would just probably replace his current cloak he would wear outside.
Yeah, that's what Frost is doing.
Well, I mean, you don't need to wear a cloak outside.
No, but she does. That's one thing I've said she's been doing.
I
This
didn't say
is
you
just-
weren't wearing one. I just said you didn't need
Yeah.
to.
To be fair, I didn't need to eat 12 cookies, but I did it anyway.
Does he have any armor that would be an upgrade? I have chainmail. Or would I have to, like, request him to make it kind of thing?
What for what?
Armor. Does he have armor that would be an upgrade to me? Like, splint?
He has armor, whether it's an upgrade or not. Not really sure.
Do we get to choose the command word for the wings?
Oh yeah, I couldn't find the exact wording for like Dragonfly. So other stuff came up, and I tried figuring out what it even was.
When he makes it, he basically gives it the command word of fly. Nothing super special.
Okay.
Yeah. I
And
can't
we have
find
to
any
roll a
good
1d12
pictures of
every time we
dragon cloaks.
So we have to roll a 1d12 every time we stop using them after the hour.
So, +1 AC, +1 to all saving throws. And since I'm already resistant to cold, and adding another resistance to cold, what does time
Redundancy, I assume. I'm not
Yeah,
sure you
it's
can
just
get immunity.
yeah. It's
But I
just
definitely need that armor class. That 15 armor class helps a lot.
Would the smithy have studded leather armor?
Absolutely. It's got basically all types of armor at the same price as it is in the player's handbook.
So he has splint, because that's, like, the only one I can buy.
Let's see. Splint.
Because plate armor is a bit expensive. Just a wee bit.
Metal rivet in the back of... Yeah, he's got that.
Okay. I would definitely want that.
Alright. And then it's... I think this one? Are you the one that has it? Please be the one that has it. So I can get the specifics on it. Alright. So then we'll just, scroll on down. What did it say? 36, right? Yeah, Cloak of Dragonflight. Where is it? It is... Those are D's. C. There it is, Cloak of Dragonflight. Can I copy this text? I can. Perfect.
What's the weight of it?
Oh, it takes 2 wings. Shoot.
So only one person gets a cloak.
basically. That's annoying.
I need the AC.
You're right. You need that redundant resistance as well.
Oh, I'm so sorry that I really have 14 AC. There's more to it than just the resistance.
I'm aware.
The cloak resembles the leathery membranes of a dragon's wings and shines the same shade as the dragon from whom it was crafted. While wearing the cloak, you may speak the command word to transform them into a pair of dragon wings on your back. They remain in this form for 6 hours or until you speak the command word again. The wings grant you a fly speed of 60 feet and resistance to the damage type corresponding to the form of the dragon. Once used, the ability cannot be used again until the next dawn. It doesn't actually grant AC.
I found it online that it grants AC bonus.
That is not this one.
Ugh.
Yep, it just grants resistance and the ability to fly.
I guess then, Skiff can have it. Since, as cool as it is, I'm already resistant.
Alright, so there's that. Which, by the way, I posted the description in the chat so you guys can have that. Woo! Alright.
Does it say the weight?
It did not say the weight, actually. So I'm assuming just the weight of a normal cloak. So... Oh, lordy. Man, this really is the shopping episode, isn't it?
We warned you.
Alright.
And then I would be able to
So-
sell my old armor to him, right? Or not really him?
For half of its value, yeah.
Okay.
I would do that with my,
Wow, just no weights given for any cloak whatsoever. This is really dumb.
um,
Why? Why aren't you giving me weights?
Barter.
Literally nothing. Let's see.
No,
Weight of
just want to
a
know the cost.
cloak. 6
Okay.
pounds, I think. Double checking.
One. I'm gonna add myself back a gold. Well, 4 gold. Since I didn't get a cloak.
Yeah, 6 pounds for the cloak. Oh, there we go. There we go. Just updating.
So technically, he would have gotten started on that before any of these things would have actually been added to our inventories and stuff. And
Yep, it'll
so
be 3 days.
yeah, so until he's done, we would end up just probably replace. I would presume that we would just end up replacing our current versions with the new ones.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to figure out. I'm looking up how to sell stuff.
The only one who doesn't have to worry about that is Agony with the armor, or Skiff with the armor, right? Because you got studded leather.
Yeah, and then I would sell back my regular leather.
Yeah.
Which, if you wanted to do that, he'll take the price of the leather armor you're selling him out of the price that he would charge you for the studded leather.
That's nice.
So, half of whatever leather goes for, which I believe
It
is...
costs 10. It would get me a 5 gold discount, which makes studded
Yep.
leather 40 gold. I already
which is
subtracted.
pretty good.
Yeah, I already subtracted it from my amount of money.
And then same with Agony in
Yeah.
her armor.
Mine's only a 37.5 gold discount, so.
I mean, that's still pretty nice when you're considering the type of armor you're getting in exchange.
It's 200 gold still, so it's like it's still rather expensive.
Yeah, but you got a discount.
Yeah.
That's what, like a 15% discount? That's not too bad. I think my math's off on that.
I'm not gonna check it.
Now I have to.
But that would get me 1 extra AC from
I
studded.
was actually off. It's closer to 20%.
Nice.
But even still.
Yeah, get 1 boost AC.
Yeah, same. So with if I'm actually wearing my shield, it'll actually be 19 AC. But he doesn't like to do that.
That AC, though.
He doesn't care if he can get long enough range, he won't care. He won't have to
Yeah.
care about AC.
That's fair.
The fact that he has AC at all is just an emergency situation concept. It just happens that the emergency seems to come up more often than he would like.
So as you guys are shopping,
I had
in the winter, a blizzard starts to roll in.
Inside town?
Well, I mean, the walls of the town mitigate it, but leaving the town right now would be ill-advised.
Oh,
That's
during these
fine.
3
Right.
days? Oh, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
I want to get some potions.
You know what? Fair.
Would she go somewhere else for the potions?
Or use that there also.
I feel like we
The
need
one-stop
potions.
shop.
So Frost would suggest we go get potions.
They do have them. Not here, obviously, because this place basically sells almost nothing but weapons and armor. But you do manage to find a shop that sells potions. They don't have a lot. It's mostly just the different grades of healing potions.
That's what I'm wanting.
So
I want to get 3 greater and 5 regular healing.
How many do they have in stock?
they have a few, not a ton. They do have what you're asking for, but that's basically all of their stock. Let's see. Healing potions.
Would Agony use a potion?
If she
I legitimately am wondering.
if she's low and actually sees the need, like if she's super low and doesn't want to actually go down.
So each potion of healing is 50 gold, and then you said 1 greater?
I said 3.
3 greater. Alright, well those will be about 100 each.
Okay. As I figured if they had greater in stock, that is there any superior healing for our better tanks?
They have 1 superior and 1 supreme, but that is
I don't
200 and 400 respectively.
So, Zan, Agony, do you all want to get, or even Skiff, want to get one of the greater? Because I was going to grab a greater.
I really only have 100 gold, so
You spent a lot on armor, yeah.
yeah.
Zan, do you want
Yeah,
any?
I want a potion. I was trying to think about what level
Do you
and how
want
many.
I can buy myself. Technically I can buy either I'm thinking I'm gonna buy a single one of the greater healing potions, and I can do that and then spend money on 3 healing potions, and then I'm down to 15 gold.
Pretty good investment.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Just in the middle of a fight, one of you goes down. Grenade! Okay, I'm up. One of my friends used to do that in their party all the time. people always joke that he was the glass cleric because he'd heal you, but you'd be covered in shards of glass afterwards. Because he'd just spike potions at people.
How much did you say his superior was? Like 200?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Skiff would take that one and that's it. But that would take almost all of his money, but he would still do it.
Yeah, what's the ranges again on those healing potions?
So basic is 2d4 plus 2. Greater is 4d4 plus 4. Superior is 8d4 plus 8. And supreme, which I believe is the highest, I'm pretty sure, is 10d4 plus 20.
Yeah, Skip didn't have enough to buy Supreme because he said there's only one in stock, and he only had enough to buy the one Superior, and like, but I mean, Greater isn't too shabby though, considering other people's health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's still two regular potions of healing if you want to grab one or two agony, or even just one.
I'm gonna
For
get
50 gold.
the greater, and
They're
then
50
that's
gold.
all I can do.
Oh, I can buy them then. So they're the 50 gold ones.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, I'll buy them both. And so those are the.
Those are the regular ones. The basic healing potion.
But I mean, it's better than nothing, and drinking them is just a bonus action, right? If you have them on your belt or whatever.
Exactly. I was gonna say, if you have them in your backpack, you gotta spend your action to dig them out. and then bonus
Can
action to
we
drink,
get
but-
something? Can I get something from my belt to put them on my belt loop?
Yeah. You could get like a belt with leather straps for those kinds of things. Cost you like 3 silver.
That works. I'm gonna do that.
Ta-da! And the loops can be used for more than just clasping potions to your belt as well. It can hold your coin purse. It can hold other miscellaneous things like rods and wands, spell books, stuff like that. It's
That's
basically a
foolish.
keychain. It's basically a keychain loop, but
Love it.
for potions and shit.
How much is that?
3 silver.
Is that what Frost would put her daggers on?
Yes.
It's just like all three of them.
Yep.
And
Oh,
all
my
three of them.
fuzzy body.
I have my two
balls.
daggers
Gracious.
and my wand.
And
Which-
Zandy,
Well, yeah,
my
those
Zandy's would have taken the third dagger, right?
Which
You want to make a dagger?
it has 10 belt loop slots, by the way. So you can essentially do that to up to 10 items.
I'm using 5.
Yeah, Zandius. A dagger can easily count as a monk weapon, and a one-handed quarterstaff is 1d6, and the dagger, if not attacking anything resistant to frost, is actually pretty powerful. Sorry, cold damage, because it's regular 1d4 like a regular dagger would, but it's also 1d6 cold damage on top of it.
For the white dragon tooth dagger.
Yeah.
And it's funny you said resistant to frost, because frost is resistant. Hey. By the way, the reason I say that they are redundant is because there are some spells, abilities, and items that say if you already have resistance, it upgrades to immunity, and if you already have immunity, it upgrades to you heal on effect. One
That's
example
cool.
is the dragon masks, by the way.
That's
Yeah.
why I was hoping that it stacked, since it was
Yeah.
magical.
Unfortunately, unless it specifies otherwise, it only overlaps. It does not stack. Lesai.
Skiff wouldn't matter. That doesn't matter to him. He's actually vaguely excited about being able to just fly upward and have like cool dragon wings and give like an awesome like archer shot from the sky.
My little buddy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
fluffy
really hoping to
kitty.
be able to do that. I am using 7 of my slots. on my belt.
Nice. Oh, I give you all the
Go over the
scritches.
daggers again for their damage types.
1d4 piercing and 1d6 cold.
They're obviously, and then they get bonused off they do benefit from proficiency for the attack roll and the damage, and any bonuses off of dex.
Or strength. They're finesse. They can do
Yeah.
both. I mean, most people use them as dex, but I did have one person play a strength rogue, and that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It's basically Batman. You don't see me! Okay, I guess I don't see you.
I thought that's the kind of thing you'd have a charismatic rogue for, if all the intimidation checks.
Oh yeah, no. Except there's actually an alternate rule that lets you use your strength instead of charisma.
Oh, that is really nice. I was just testing a roll. I'm glad I used that as a test roll.
Yeah. But hey, even as a test roll, it wasn't an @1. But yeah, no, it was just really funny because he basically maxed out his strength as early as possible as a rogue, which made the enemies really confused when he just one-handed a freaking greatsword, and they're like, "But you're a rogue," and he's like, "Strong smash." It was funny. All right, so I guess you guys just bum around town for 2 more days because you
I'm
got here in the
looking.
early
I am
morning.
double.
Actually, as soon as it basically they were told, hey, this will take 3 days, Skiff would have gone to that place where you said that was really dangerous.
Oh, nice.
Welcome to my
Let's
party.
see.
Yeah, it's like, actually, guys, it'll take 3 days, and then Skiff just immediately leaves.
House of the Morning Lord.
Not
Is
that
there
one, no.
any way that I could make a scroll or 2 or 3?
Fluffy kitty. Yeah, you should be able to make 2 scrolls in that
Does
time.
it matter what level?
So crafting scrolls requires 2 hours and 25 gold per tier of the spell.
Never mind.
Unless you
Yeah.
got some
Do you need
specialty
a loan?
wizardy crap.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to do 2 fireball scrolls.
Ah,
It's always
well,
nice
Oh,
having
That-
those in
you're
Wizard.
Or at
pouring the
least-
materials, huh?
Yeah.
that would
That's
take.
right.
Time is
Back
not
guano.
as hard.
That's some expensive back
Yeah,
guano.
that's
You're
like-
not wrong.
That's like 75 gold.
You might even say that the
Per
price of that was batshit crazy. I'll see myself out.
You're the DM.
I
But,
will see myself
If
out.
if I could get a loan for like 1,
Okay, I'm
like
back.
I would just need I'll write it in my character thing. I would only need I
Are
have
you short
15
gold?
gold. Yeah, I have 18 gold.
I
I
have
got a lot of
12.
potions. We go down a lot. I want to be able to help our group heal in the boss
I forget
fight.
what's the exchange rate between Electrum and gold?
It's like
1
2
Electrum is half a gold. So
We have
two-
Electrum?
unfortunately, they do give it out as rewards. I fucking hate
Yeah, I thought
Electrum.
When did we get Electrum?
a while ago. You should have had 24 when we got them.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that
I
would have
never-
added 12 more gold.
Hi,
to your
Jet.
One just translate it.
Oh, because I never got it. So yeah, we're gonna go give me 12 more. 8, 9.
So if
That
you
means
have
I have
24
30.
Electrum, I was about to say, if you have 24 Electrum, that's 12 gold.
So I have 30 gold. So
Nice.
bad at math.
My
75.
little
What's 75 take away 30?
45?
45.
Okay, I would need to borrow 45 gold
My
Skip just hands it to her.
for 1
kitty.
scroll.
Oh, my little buddy. Oh, fluffy kitty. Oh, you flop.
Skiff would hand her the gold.
Oh, well, thank you. For the 45.
Yeah.
All right, that's 1 scroll of fireball.
Nice. And that takes you 6 hours, so.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, for future reference, you can actually make scrolls at higher level if you wanted. So you could do a 4th tier fireball if you wanted to, if you had the spell slot available, etc., etc.
Gold.
You can do that, and so it'll be cast at whatever
can?
you make it. If you have a 4th tier spell slot
I
available.
do have
to
a
you and
4th
stuff.
tier spell slot.
Again, of the 25
keep-
gold.
I was about to say, keep in mind, the time and gold requirements will increase for doing that.
Well, I'm only making 1 scroll, so for an extra 25 gold, yeah, let's make that bitch a 4th tier.
Who are we gonna get?
I don't know. I was gonna borrow it from Mara, or I mean Zan.
Does Xanus even have much gold left?
Oh yeah, I have a
Borrow
ton.
25 because I already got the rest. It's just an extra 25
And 2 hours.
and 2 hours, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's 2 for
Or
2
6.
It's not
seven.
like you guys have much else going on.
Yeah. I don't know. Unless Agony and Skiff get into a fight at this dangerous place, he said.
Please, I would like that.
I'm sure Agony would.
It's part of my religion.
Well, they don't know that here.
Well, maybe they do because I have the.
I
At
like the
least I
name of
think.
this guy.
What guy?
A guy.
One of the near permanent residents of House of the Morning Lord.
No, we're at that dangerous inn that you said has all the good
Yeah.
info.
Yeah, House of the Morning Lord.
Oh,
Okay, I thought that was like that.
one.
Yeah, I thought that was actually actual church on the right.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. It's Northlook.
Yeah, we're there.
That's this one up here, up
Yeah.
top. Okay. Oh, so you don't get to meet the funny guy with the cool name. And by cool, I mean hilarious. Copper
Well-
Knobberknocker.
Apparently not.
Oh
Well, I
well.
mean, if it's not like there's no shrine to the Raven Queen here, so Skip didn't see a point to go to that church.
That's fair. Let's see.
This is the best way to get to know a new town. Go to the tavern and get in a fight.
I'll probably go with you all. Just
Skip doesn't
because-
want to get into a fight. It's one of those things. If he'll only join in and defend Agony if Agony look like they're about to die in the bar fight, but that's about it. Otherwise, he'll be like one of those guys just like drinking a cheap beer in the corner, and not giving a shit about what's happening around him.
Fair.
Like I always find those guys odd. If you see like a TV show or a movie, and it's like that the main action of the scene is a bar fight, and everything happens, and mayhem is happening all around the people. But it's like you see that the random patron is still just drinking their beer like nothing's wrong. Yeah, that'd be Skiff.
That'd be a lot of people in this one. On both sides of that particular bar fight. The people sitting around while a bar fight's going on, and then the bar fight itself is apparently a regular occurrence, ended by the proprietor of Northlook. So you get in there, and it's rowdy, it's loud, everybody's having fun, drinks and stuff like that. You can see a dude relatively well defined under his clothes, covered in cuts and wounds, but still looking, ready. Is man in the bar.
Can I roll for insight to see how easily I could get away with murder in this place?
That would be
Wow.
a negatory, my guy.
Like, it's the most dangerous place ever. I don't know if you accidentally killed someone, would they come after you? Yeah, definitely. How dangerous is it then? Really, come on.
I mean, it's.
I mean, if you can't even kill someone in self-defense and then not be taken to jail, I mean, what level of danger is there?
Getting your ass beat and thrown out of town permanently.
I mean, there's that.
I'm sure Skip could find a way in. He'd be fine with it. he's not looking for trouble, but it's one of those things that it's like it seems stupid to like, oh yeah, if you actually fight your way back and you actually do enough damage to kill someone, then you're the bad guy.
Well, fighting in self-defense and just murdering someone are two very different things.
Murder is subjective in certain bar fights.
Speaking of
When
bar
everyone
fight,
is magically the victim in their own eyes when they have to tell the story after.
would I get in trouble if I do start fights?
If you break it, you buy it. Just gonna that's a rule of the bar.
I'm not gonna buy their faces.
So Agony would really just go up to a random person and start hitting them?
Sam Sachs isn't worried about people's faces.
That's the only thing I'd be breaking.
You say that, but in bar fights, you break like bottles of beer and you break chairs over people's heads. All kinds of crap can happen.
Yeah.
Or when you shove people
I'll let
farther
the
farther
others
away,
do
you might
that.
break a table. I mean, things happen, man.
I'll start a bar fight. I'm leaving.
I told you, Skiff wouldn't.
That is a very, very, very good idea, Frost.
And
With
Agony
that
would
said,
actually.
one of the number one things you recognize, well, I say recognize, notice, hanging above the hearth is a stuffed and mounted knucklehead trout with a placard underneath it.
Says.
What does the placard say?
It says his name, Old Bitey.
Old Bitey.
Old Bitey. And it tells the tale of Old Bitey. And as you're reading it, you hear a song. As people notice you guys taking an interest in it, they're like, "Hey, they're looking at Old Bitey," and then the whole bar breaks out into song. I'm not gonna sing it, but I will say the lyrics. There's a place I like to go. Farther up those rivers flow. Where it is, I do not know. It must be under all that snow. The story of Old Bitey is, however, this very big knucklehead trout happened to have pulled a lot of fishers to an icy death near Mare Dultdon before it was finally caught by Kintyre and her companion, a guy named Maverick.
How long ago would that have been?
It doesn't give a time frame, but it doesn't seem like it's been more than 10 years. It just says years later.
I'm guessing based off the lyrics and based off the subject matter, it's more of a sea shanty kind of a tune.
Yeah, definitely. If you get too close to it, though, it turns and attempts to snap at you.
Skiff would not need to get close to it at all.
Oh, I want to get close to it.
Yeah.
Well, he has really good perception.
But yeah, so they have a big cheer after the song concludes, and the bar goes back to normal as you guys just wander around in it.
So Agony is only vaguely looking for a bar fight, and Frost just came to follow us.
Just wanted to see what was so weird about it. She's impressed by the trout, so she is
All those fish stories of, I swear it was that big. This trout would have been big enough to take a bite out of Misery. your owlbear friend.
I mean, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Skiff is not impressed. He's heard enough of those kind of stories throughout his childhood, so no.
Well, in
Brock
this
would
case,
be
it's less of a
regaled by it and taking notes of the different stories so she can.
In this
look
case,
back
it's
at
less
it.
of a story and more of a, I mean, look at the damn thing. It's on the wall.
No, I meant like from the ambient people talking in any conversations
Yeah.
around them, kind of thing.
He asked about local legends, stuff like that, just to write down stuff.
There is one local legend that Skiff recognizes, and you suddenly become disappointed as you actually got to see the end of that legend. Mostly because you killed his mammoth.
And
Oh,
one dog.
Wait, we killed whose mammoth?
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
you weren't here that
s-
episode.
So one of the tales that's told around the fire to keep children from misbehaving is about a frost giant and his mammoth that would go around and kidnap naughty children. You guys ended up following. Oh, you were absent for these sessions.
Mm-hmm.
You guys followed some snow wolves, some dire wolves
they
uh,
talked.
Mm-hmm.
that talked into the forest near. Was it near Duggan's Hole or ever?
Yeah. Duggan's Hole.
It was near Duggan's Hole. Yeah. So you followed them back to where they came from, and you guys got ambushed by a mammoth and rescued some children. And as it turns out, the mammoth was named the same as the mammoth companion to the frost giant of that legend, where you found his corpse.
He was just already dead when we got there. And it was just
Yep.
a big ring around the rosy bullshit fight that everyone went down except for Skiff, and he had like one bow attacking against like two wolves, and it was so dumb. And then after all of that, oh yeah, that's when we were trying to save like two random hostages in like a cage too. That's where the throne was, to control Blizzard within a mile radius, and so you can auto learn giant while you're sitting on it, kind of thing too.
Mm-hmm. That's how I
Wait,
know
did we
what
all
my-
get that option?
No, you weren't here for it.
Well, could I have sat on the throne if I was
No,
there?
no, it wasn't a permanent thing. It's only
Yeah.
while
Oh.
you're sitting on it.
Oh,
Mhm.
that
Yeah, it
sucks.
was. I mean, it's really cool, but super limited.
It's like we could move the throne, but it's gonna take like forever.
And you don't know if the magic would stay intact if you did move the throne.
Mhm.
But to answer your question, yes, you could have sat on it while you were there.
I did. And I took damage, so I
Anyway.
was happy.
Oh yeah, you took psychic damage.
Yeah.
Skip can't verbally grumble, but he looks so like put off, and they're like, "Oh yeah, there's this frost giant with this mammoth," and whatever the silent version of being like, "Oh my god, this is so stupid." He did it.
Well, she's still documenting the legends.
Skip sees you documenting and is just like.
It's like an eye roll
"Scratch
kind of thing.
That
Yeah.
one."
Well,
He's just like, nah. Hand near the throat, just nah, not that one. Anyway, so yeah, there's a bunch. Oh, my little buddy ran away. There's a bunch of people having a good time, chatting up, shooting the shit.
that doesn't seem dangerous all over the place. You warned us it would be dangerous. It does not seem as such.
You were warned that it was dangerous. Whether it actually, you were warned that it is the most dangerous place to hang out. That doesn't necessarily mean that it is constantly dangerous.
True. Might be a low bar.
Does anyone buy any of us drinks?
Skiff would have bought himself like the cheapest beer they had on tap, kind of thing, and that would be about it.
Yeah, most people were there with a purpose to unwind for the day, so they weren't really interested in other parties until you guys started dealing with old Bitey.
And Agony doesn't
So
drink
it's not
soda.
like
Yeah, if Old Bitey was an old enough thing for Skiff to remember or already know about, he would never have approached it. Or gone anywhere near to it, as
It sounds
compared to
like
the other
it
ones.
wasn't old enough for you to hear about it earlier.
We never really technically differentiated an actual exact year amount that he's been gone, though.
Yeah, fair.
I guess we'll have to deal with that later, because now is not the time.
Fair. But you said this is a place that you can actually stay for the night?
Hey guys, I have to do something real quick.
This place, no, this is just a bar. The Home of the Morning Lord is where you can rent rooms.
Eh.
You can stay at a church?
Yep. Doubles as an inn. You could also stay at the stables if you really wanted to.
I don't want to.
How much is it to stay at the inn?
5 silver a night.
That works.
Is that
And we're gonna be
per
here
room?
for
Or is
3
that,
nights?
Well, 2 nights, but yeah. Because they started working on your commissions right then.
Okay.
So this would be day 1, and then the next day is day 2, third day, and then you could go pick it up. House of the Morning Lord. So the person who's running this, I already went over who they are, but they warn you not to deal with the knucklehead in the attic, and then you see a rock gnome kind of hop down the stairs, going, "Who are you calling a knucklehead, you misanthropic piece of... Hey, we have guests." So Mishan is the proprietress of this particular establishment, and the gnome in the attic is Copper Knobberknocker. He tends to the chores around the place for what is essentially either heavily discounted or free stay. He walks around. Well, walks is a strong word. He toddles around in what is essentially, those cartoonishly thick, fluffy winter outfits you see in cartoons that the kids are bundled up, like wearing 350,000 layers. He's basically wearing that, except he made it himself. In fact, when he first came down the stairs, you thought he was a teddy bear.
Frost
Hey,
is like, "You are so cute," and goes over and hugs him.
careful, he bites. Screw you, lady.
Like, to me,
No, to Michonne. You're getting the idea that they have a love-hate relationship, as in they love to hate each other, but can't not help each other. It's really funny. So he goes, after that, he goes back upstairs, and you guys are able to rent rooms there for, as I said earlier, 5 silver a night.
So would we all
Why did-
crash in one room, or would we get 2 rooms?
Frost is gonna get her own room.
Yeah, I
The
want
rooms
my own
have
room.
The rooms have a maximum of 2 beds, so it's not like you could all cram into one. You'd need a minimum of 2. But it sounds like they're getting their own, so...
Skiff has no issue sharing with Agony.
Yeah, we've shared a ship before, so.
Fair enough.
I mean, the average crew quarters would probably be a bit more tight-knit than what they're giving us.
It's significantly more spacious than a cramped crew quarter. So after paying up the total of 15 silver, I did my math right on that, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, yeah. You guys basically sleep it off, and the next morning arrives. You guys can get breakfast at Northlook if you wanted to. The breakfast served at House of the Morning Lord is incredibly sparse.
But we still have some dragon meat.
Yeah.
How much?
Why don't we offer them up some dragon meat as long as they cook it for us?
I will leave that up to you guys.
I'm gonna definitely do that. I like free.
Well, the
Don't
thing
ha-
is, how much you have to have some kind of numberation to keep track of it because they already had to
We
give
did.
some to the smithy.
We had a lot. We had like 300 or something.
359.
How many did we give Duggan's Hole before we left there again? How many did we give to the smithy, and how are you wanting to give to this place?
I thought we didn't go to Duggan's Hole. We actually instead went here.
Yeah.
We didn't go to Duggan's Hole. We
It's the same
corrected that in
distance,
here
yeah.
immediately.
How much did you want to get the smithy? To
How
make sure
much
that we weren't hated.
whatever the DM told us we had to give him.
It was never said.
Yeah.
So,
Basically, you guys put up an offer. It's like, but what if we were to offer you dragon steak?
okay,
And he's like, I'm listening.
wait, before I do that, does anybody want to help me with persuasion would it be persuasion? To barter?
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense.
Okay, can anyone assist me so I can get advantage? Because instead of like that roll I just did, because I should have waited for boss to tell me to roll. Can I roll advantage and then persuade to see how much we give them?
Well, how much are you trying to give them at less? What's your
How
starting point?
It's gonna be initially. Voss hasn't said. Like we
That's because you guys would be making the first offer.
100 pounds and want to give 100.
That's a lot
Yeah,
of
that's a
steak.
lot.
Like, to put this into perspective, a normal steak that you would get at a fine diner is generally 7 ounces.
Okay, well I thought we were for all the like what would be I don't know how much is reasonable.
Yeah, I'm not
Well,
sure.
okay, so a normal steak would be roundabouts 2 gold, and that's for 7 ounces. So if you wanted to bribe him, how much monetarily would you want to bribe him?
10
Like,
gold.
assuming the steak in gold.
10 gold, so 5 steaks.
Okay, so yeah, that would be roughly 3 pounds of dragon steak.
So can
Which
I
is-
roll with
a
advantage
really
since Agony's
good,
helping me with persuasion?
Agony is helping you with persuasion? Then
Yeah,
sure. Let's see what you got.
25.
All right, 3 pounds of dragon steak for all that. Sounds good to him.
To no longer hate us because we didn't help the town.
Basically.
Mm-hmm.
Would we have gotten an initially colder welcome than normal for the inn as well?
The inn, no, and the tavern, no, and the only reason for those is there's a lot of ruffians that show up at the tavern, and the reason for the inn not giving you the cold shoulder is because that they're a church. They generally try to be as charitable as possible to people. So the church is basically like, we understand you can't be everywhere at once. And the tavern
Mary.
is like, meh. We
I have
see
a question
ruffians and
real
criminals in
quick.
here all the time.
I have a question I forgot to ask the day before in game.
Mhm.
Would there be a place to get like the meat preserved?
It's
And,
cold.
like-
It's fine.
Yeah.
If you would let me finish, in like jerky form, so we could just eat it while we're out and not just frozen meat
I
immediately.
mean,
you have precipitation to cook it, right?
well,
We might not.
Mm.
Sometimes you can't always make a fire like blizzards. I mean, we
well,
could,
in this
but
case, to answer your question, they do have a smokehouse where you could turn it into jerky. But they don't generally let customers use their facilities like that.
How
how long
much
would
of
it
a
Now,
bribe
if
take
do
us
they
you're
to
need?
willing,
convince them?
I was about to say, now if you were willing to bribe them into it, then
Yeah, how
may
long would it take to do it if we bribe them?
We have a lot of meat if you want to turn it all into that.
Not all of it, just some of it.
yeah,
How
she's
much?
talking about basically turning some of it into rations.
I was thinking 10 pounds per one of us. That way we have plenty if something goes wrong or we're trying to be stealthy.
I mean, that's a decent amount. If you wanted to do that much, it would take to get all of that smoked. That'd be 40 pounds. You're looking at roughly 2.5 days.
Which works. We can stay an extra night or leave at noon.
Well, technically, if
If
you're
we
doing
did
it
it
like
the
right in
first
the
day.
morning,
Oh yeah, because I would be doing it right when we got there.
yeah,
The
if you're
day
doing
before, right after the armory.
Now, how much
Armory,
are
the
you going to bribe them?
blacksmith. So, if Agony helps me again, I'm going to offer. How many people do I have to bribe?
Well, in this case, it's basically a kitchen, so you're looking at about 10 people.
smoking can be a whole process.
It is a whole process.
Mm,
Yeah.
I could. They know we have 10 pounds for each of us. 5 pounds for each person.
That's a lot, but yeah, if you
We
wanted
have
to
to
do that.
spare to be technically honest. I mean,
Yeah. Oh. 19.
19?
you're very perceptive there.
Oh,
Per,
that's
per,
You
yeah,
did get a
wrong,
better
wrong
modifier with
P
that.
skill.
sorry. Can I go with the perception
There we
roll?
go. Unfortunately not. That being said, you were persuasive enough to convince them.
Oh, well, good.
So
I mean, you gave a shit ton to each person. I
you
mean,
did.
these are like really like probably like the equivalency of minimum wage peons.
They're
I
like, fuck
mean,
yes, take it.
Considering the skill required to actually do it, they're all technically executive chefs, but even still, like this is some high quality stuff here. So
You don't come across dragon meat that often, do you?
yeah, no.
So how much would
So
we
they
give
will.
them in total? How many pounds?
Let's see.
You said it was like what, like 5 pounds per person or
50,
something?
60, 70, 80, 90, 100. We've used 100 because there's the 40, that's 10 for each of us, it's getting smoked. The 50 for them, and then the 60 for the 50 for them, and then there's the 10 that we gave the blacksmith. So we still have like what? 256.
Something like that.
I just reworded my rations and my character sheets just be called dragon jerky rations.
Well, at this point, you're not wrong. All right. So next day, the blizzard is still going.
And everything that we gave everyone is still cooking.
Yep. You can see nice thick black smoke coming from the smoker
So at
the
the
smithy?
end,
and the smithy. Well,
at the
the
end,
smithy not so much because
It's bone,
anyway.
not metal.
yeah.
at the end, before we go to bed, can I oh wait, we're arriving to go to sleep. After Frost hugs somebody like, hey, would you all be willing to cook us food while we're here if we give some for you all too?
Or you're talking at
At the end.
the House of the Morning Lord.
Yeah, that.
Um, how likely are they to do that?
Well, could I, like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, they could do that. It'll cost a little extra to do it, but they'll do it for you.
but if we're feeding them too, will they make us pay for it? That's what I
Well,
said.
it's you for also using their materials and stuff.
But can I try to convince with agony for them, since they're getting dragon meat, not charge us extra if
Like,
they're
how much are they
cooking?
getting?
Well, it's less of how much are they getting, and like you're still using their supplies to cook your food. Like
That's
it's
fair.
still their limited resource of wood, their oil, their all
What
that
if
stuff.
I help
So,
them with fire, at the very least? Does that lower it any?
let's see. Does
That's-
that lower it any?
Because I could totally help with keeping a fire lit for cooking.
Just fireball.
Just fireball in
Yes.
their oven.
Fireball.
That's
Only
how it works.
fireball. Only fireball. Insert Joe crap here. What spell do you have for it? Prestidigitation?
Yeah, and I can it lasts up to an hour. So I can just stay around. And since it's
All
a
right.
cantrip.
Sure.
So
As long as you bring enough for the whole class.
yes. So how much is it for their materials and whatnot?
Well, if you're doing the fire, then at that point it's just for the water.
Oh, I can do that
so
too.
Basically nothing.
Yeah, because
Well,
I could do that.
it's not like they're in want for water either. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a little bit of snow around.
Fair.
Just a little.
So
Especially considering there's a blizzard going on right now, so you know.
So cool. I've got it for free. Frick yeah.
Mostly free. They still want some steak.
Well, yeah,
For
I offered
letting
them
you
steak
but-
too. If we're gonna
But we
have
need an actual number to give.
Yeah.
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 For the people and for all the nights we're here, plus stuffs for our meals. Because why are we paying to eat somewhere if we can just have our own food? Eat like kings and the queen. Because there's queens and kings.
I was about to say, there's 2 guys and 2 girls. They aren't necessarily playing guys or girls themselves, but, you know, there's 2 of each still.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could see one reason not is just, you know, getting tired of eating the same thing over and over.
Yeah, but
Which-
it's like 3 days.
I personally have never actually had that issue with.
Yeah,
I've
neither
been
have
eating
I.
the same lunch for the past year. So
I'm
Yep.
pretty sure. I think our characters, considering dragon meat is like a delicacy and it's from ancient dragon, I think we're just gonna like enjoy it while we have it. We literally have it. Let's not have it go to waste.
Just as a quick aside, I worked for Suabway for over a year and ate the exact same thing every day, every week for that over year I worked there. Meanwhile, I had coworkers who would regularly order pizza from the pizza place next door because they're like, "Man, I can't eat Subway that much. Are you kidding me?" And I'm like,
There's
"What's
so many
that?" As I'm
options.
cramming my 300th foot long into my mouth. No, I will not rephrase that. Clip that if you want. I dare you. But yeah, anyway. So oh god, now I'm remembering the Dragon Ball Z abridged. Tell them about that time I took an entire Naga Ball team all at once. Ew, is that true? Yes, unfortunately. God, that was so dumb. Oh, I'm sorry, not Naga Ball. Battle Ball team. My bad. God, I have brought shame to my femery. I must commit Sudoku.
During the random days that they're like nothing's happening, Skip would just go back to the bar and drink.
Alrighty. Which in this case, at the end of the second day, the blizzard finally starts to abate. So when you wake up on the third day, when your gear is ready and your jerky smoked, it is a clear night, day thing.
Was there any bar fights in that time?
Let's see. Was there a bar fight in that time? Not while you were there.
Dang it.
There were some people who got rowdy, but they were swiftly dealt with. So you guys managed to pick up your gear. It is all high quality stuff. You managed to pick up your jerky. You're no longer 40 pounds of jerky. It is significantly lighter now that most of the liquid has been cooked out of it.
So, like, how much would you say it would weigh?
Oh, easily 10.
So the
Like it is a good 75% lighter.
Okay, because it's like, I guess when you start with like 10 rations, it's like 20 pounds or something.
You mean 2?
Oh, okay. I thought that was weight for like, and it had like 10 of them. So it's like, okay.
Hold on. Stupid piece of
Yeah, because it was
garbage.
10 pounds worth of jerky.
Let's see. Oh yeah, my friend's birthday is next week. He turns into a crotchety old man. He doesn't watch this. I don't know why I bother making those jokes. So rations are so rations for a 10-day would be 20 pounds. You were correct. So
It'd be like
you
0.5 or something.
yeah, something like that.
Where are my rations?
Somewhere in your item list? I don't know. To be
Oh.
honest, if I was a class that could make Goodberry, I would just immediately yeet all the rations.
So
and
we
be
get
fuck
an
that.
immediate extra 5 rations. Oh, I have 15 rations.
Why would you get 5 extra?
Because 10 pounds worth, it's 20 pounds for a ration. So instead of 10 rations, we get 5.
That was worth that many days of rations, and it was like a quarter of the weight.
Well, it was originally 10 pounds per person.
Mm.
Yeah.
So her math is correct. It just wasn't explained well. Oh yeah, I forgot I have those. Okay.
And with the cloak, Skiff finally has something he needs to be attuned to.
Yes. And that means I still have a slot open. I really want a ring of spell storing.
God damn it. That's
You-
not what I heard.
You already have an item that gives you an extra spell slot a day.
An extra spell slot. But I would also love a ring of spell storing.
I know what you said, but that's not what I heard when you said it.
What did you... You know what? I don't want to know.
Okay.
I'm very upset with myself for hearing what I heard, even though I know what you were saying. Hate me.
Did it... Yeah, I don't want to know. I really...
You already know.
I
Let's
don't.
be honest here.
I
So we
don't.
can just rewrite all the
party.
so we can rewrite all of our stuff as like the weapons to become dragon bone equivalencies.
Basically, yeah, if
Can
you
you
want.
DM me what you mean? Because I don't know what you mean. I don't understand.
Okay.
And I'm curious.
You said you had another spell slot open, right?
Yeah.
No, she said she
Okay.
wanted to have the like item or something
Attunement
called
slot.
Well,
Yeah, I want
no,
a.
she was talking about spell slots, right?
Oh,
Just replace the O with a U.
yeah.
See, that's what I heard, but I knew what you said.
You see, my girlfriend just texted me that.
Oh, is she watching?
Yes.
I find it funny
Well,
that
there
she
you
was
go.
the one who got it first.
She's the
Is
brain.
she your spell slot?
I hate you.
You're welcome.
Hate's a strong word.
I need an adult.
Would we have?
I am an adult. In
Would we have found out
October,
any
I'll be
more?
even older. Huh?
Would we have found out any more about the Frostmaiden rumor while we were here?
Not really, no. Nothing you haven't already heard. My
Okay.
fuzzy buddy. Fluffy kitty. I recently got a pet in Wizard 101 that is a black cat, and I wanted to name him Jet, but they do not have that as an option, which kind of makes me
They have
upset.
a lot of other names though.
They do. They have a ton of other names, and it's cool. But like the most obvious, like they have gemstones that are jet black. They have animals and stuff. Like they could. I'm sad, but whatever. It's fine. I gave him a cute name like Mr. Snuggles or something like that. I forget.
Skiff would communicate that he would want to go after the Frostmaiden rumor after they got their new gear.
Yeah. Frost would be down for that.
Seeing as we
Alrighty
have
then.
defeated a dragon plaguing this land, that doesn't seem too far off.
We beat a dragon. How much harder could a lady who spits cold words be? My fuzzy buddy. Oh, yeah. It's going to be real difficult if I keep getting distracted by my cat.
I'm getting distracted by something else entirely.
And you said it was 14 days.
Potentially. Let's see if you could cut that time down.
Agony, want to throw some puffballs?
Alright,
Yeah,
let's-
Agony, you want to throw your balls around?
we got
A
two.
giant badger. Hey, there you go. That's 2. That's 1 day off the list.
And a
So-
weasel.
The weasel.
Hey, don't knock the weasel.
Can't
Skiff will
now.
knock the weasel all he wants.
After the dragon.
Hey, those weasels and badger helped during that dragon fight, man.
Not really the badger, just the weasel.
I thought the badger got 1 hit in, didn't
I
it?
don't think it did. It was
Didn't
scared
stay
for
afraid
half
just
the
too
time.
long. Yeah.
Fair. But either way, the weasels helped, damn it.
At least the one did.
Oh,
It's not like our
goodness.
They
characters
helped
in-
us kill the dragon.
The thing is, it's not like our characters in game can see like health bars above enemies or anything, and so it's
Yeah.
it's not like we technically thought about how much damage any tiny little thing a weasel did. So Skip doesn't see them as being of value.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right. So day of travel number 1, you actually receive no issues.
Sweet.
All right, round 2 on the pets, or puffballs, I should say.
Majority of them
Let's
can
see, a
help.
giant elk, a panther, and a badger. The badger isn't, but the panther and the elk are. Cool, you've knocked another day off.
So we have
2,
10 days
4,
left,
6, 8,
depending on how this rolls
Uh,
out.
9.
9.
Wait,
Okay.
Okay.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Second
11.
You said 14.
I'm sorry.
I thought.
Yeah, I
And we
miscounted.
knocked
It's
2
11
days
more.
off. So wouldn't that be 4? I'm confused.
I don't care as long as we don't have to count down math to smell like DTF rats.
Right? That was terrible.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
That was completely preventable too.
Mhm.
But anyway,
We entered the
Alright.
door with an X.
No monkey did.
where is my table of shenanigans? There it is. Okay, so encounter on day 4. If you want to go ahead and roll your day 4 animals. Let's see what you got. A boar,
giant
panther.
elk.
Hey, all of those are useful. Nice. I'm gonna put us back on the encounter table. Boom. There we go. All right. This one will be at noon.
Noon.
All right. So let's see what you got.
If it's that dragon again, would you have to re-roll?
No, that it's now considered a blank encounter, so you
Okay.
get nothing for that day.
You get nothing. Good day, sir.
Oh, you guys haven't rolled this one yet.
Oh.
That's new.
I know, right?
Because we
Wait.
rolled the same small handful of stuff a lot.
Yeah. Like
I have
Wait,
been.
what is it? What do we get?
I'm currently reading up on it because it's new.
Oh.
Yeah, we've gone through across a lot of yetis, across a lot of goats.
A lot of
Vidner.
vendors.
A lot of Vidners.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Always.
kitty left me. I'm sad.
A powerful set of
Let's see.
owlbears.
Oh,
Three
these
owlbears.
guys. While I'm reading, one random person give me a d6.
I will.
Sure. And then I need a coin flip.
So
Could
6.
I just do coin flip?
I mean, you could just do a
Roll
D2.
1d2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a d2. And then determine... Okay.
Oh.
One. Well, you had a 50-50 shot of getting the low number or the high number, so, you know. Let's see.
Booze,
All right.
booze. Okay.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, that's hilarious, actually. Hold on. Oh, that's a lot, actually. Hold on. Okay. Nice. This is actually going to be a fun encounter.
Define fun.
Not wanting to murder you.
Oh.
Hey, don't say we don't know. For all we know, it could be another thing. Skiff is racist too and just shoot anyway.
You know what? Fair.
Skiff is not the nicest person.
So that,
It's a bar.
and then come down here, and they are... Oh, okay. So, question is... Oh, really? You couldn't have come up with a better token? So, I'm gonna put these here, but this is not what they look like.
Are these like
This
an
just
adventure
happened-
token?
They're supposed to use these stat blocks, but they couldn't be bothered to give this unique encounter their own picture.
What are they supposed to be? If there's that many of a stranger coming out, I think Skiff would have his bow out.
Well, coming out is relative. You see them long before they get to you. As you see that brown rectangle around them,
Mm-hmm.
that brown rectangle is a sled. An 8-person sled.
That's a big sled.
As they come sledding down the hill past all of you, you notice that each one has... which one did you get? Number 1? Okay. So each one happens to have buckets, pickaxes, and satchels and sacks with them on the sled somewhere, as this apparent entire mining colony of dwarves comes sledding past you. They do manage to stop in front of you, but if you guys don't talk to them, they're generally just gonna hop up and keep going.
No, Skiff has his bow drawn and arrow pointed at one of them in case he wanted to start any trouble, but he's otherwise just glaring and not saying anything, obviously.
Frost goes, "Hello there. What are you all doing this fine evening and or morning, depending on when it is.
Noon.
Noon. This fine afternoon.
Okay,
We're
why
heading
we
back
wouldn't
to
look
the
at it.
valley with our quarry. Just got finished on the night shift in the mine. Gotta get back.
Sounds fun.
Let's see, what did they have with them? Rock samples, ores, pickaxes. Yeah, okay, so I listed just about everything but the ore, which you guys can't actually see right now because they're in the sacks and stuff.
Well, good luck and good weather to you all. I
Okay,
don't
give
really
me
know
just
what else.
my manager just texted me. Give me a second.
I didn't know Frost was supposed to be so friendly to random strangers.
At this point, if we can get a void of fight, that's what she wants.
You know what? As long as they don't attack, we're good.
Yeah, that's exactly. She's at the point where, like, I'll be as friendly as I need to be to not have to fight right now, because she is tired of death saves.
Oh,
Well,
nah,
she's
Skiff
tired
is
of passing
fine.
out.
Skiff is fine. He survived long enough. He's like, we can. In his mind, it's like we could take him.
I mean, you could, but that's less to do with your fighting prowess and more to do the lack of theirs. All right, so that was that one. You have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 more. All right, so this next one,
More
next
puffball rolls.
encounter. Yeah, go ahead and give me your puffballs. We'll see if you can knock the time down.
A little bit.
Weasel, a boar, and an elk. Okay, that'll cut you down a day. So I will eliminate this one, and we will go to the next one. No encounters on this day. Nice. So I guess give me your puffballs again, and we'll see if you can essentially skip this one. A giant badger and a giant rat.
Does giant rat qualify?
It is
Giant.
not.
Yeah, it's
big.
the same size as a boar.
Is it? I thought it was small and the rat was tiny.
Is it? I thought it was bigger than that.
I'm double
If
checking
it's
it
not
right
as big,
now.
if it's not as big as a boar, then no, it doesn't qualify. So you would still have to run this
There
one.
is so
Or is
many
it one of those
giant
things you can
different
immediately
animals.
add up
Yeah,
half a
it's
day,
small.
halfway taken off?
Nope. Giant rat is a small beast, so no.
You get like half a day taken off? Damn.
Well, you'd get half a day, which would change the time of the encounter, but you're still getting the encounter. So instead of getting this encounter in the noon, it is now shifted to night.
My phone is gonna die. Give me a second, guys. I gotta go plug it in. And for anyone watching, message me on Discord.
Which is strange because right now, I guess, based on when we agreed on like who's keeping watch, Frost is actually the only one awake for this.
Yep.
Whatever it ends up being.
Oh, all right. Interesting.
It's another new one.
It is another new one. It's one you haven't gotten before.
I have
This is kind of
returned.
neat.
What are we?
She has returned.
What are we killing or whatever?
No, you're the only one who initially sees this. Frost is the only one awake for this.
Okay.
Yep.
What do I see?
Something
I'm currently reading it because it's a new encounter you haven't seen before.
again.
Well, the good
Again.
news is I have a beautiful eye of minute seeing, so I can see. I have an advantage on investigation chance that rely on sight. I don't know if that'll help me.
Based on the kind of things this would be, it seems more like a perception rather than investigation.
Mm-hmm. Sad.
Oh, this is about to be either hilarious or really dumb.
Oh no.
I'm glad Skip is sleeping through it then.
Okay, interesting. Since you're awake, Frost, go ahead and give me another D2.
Oh, we're gonna decide if it's stupid.
2.
2.
I was right.
2. Oh, okay. Alright, now I need a D4.
3.
Oh, never mind, it's a D8, my bad.
Oh.
I actually called it.
1.
Oh,
I guess there's your answer if it's gonna be dumb or not.
Probably gonna be dumb.
well,
Well, I mean, if it's a non-issue, Frock is just not even wake anyone up to deal with it. Oh, Agne's not awake for this,
Yes.
Agony is not awake for it at
and probably
moment.
not the other owlbear either.
No. But the funny thing is this owlbear isn't acting like an owlbear.
Not.
No. Um,
What kind of roll would Froth have to make? Like insight and like survival?
you know what? Go ahead and give me insight.
Okay. I have a lot of, like, nothing in that. 11.
Well, you know it's not acting like an owlbear at the very least.
I slightly come here and, I'm like, hello?
You speak.
Yes, I do. You,
You got any
Are-
food?
yeah? Do you want some dragon meat?
I would love some dragon meat.
Go grab a dragon steak and give it to not an owlbear. You don't seem like a normal owlbear, my good sir.
I guess you consider this a prank from a druid.
Ah. How long have you been like that?
Well, I'm not 100% sure, but at least a year.
I love that I don't have dispel magic.
I'd really rather you didn't. I like being smart enough to not mess with people.
No, that was out of character. That was, she goes, are you enjoying being an owlbear?
Well, I've always been an owlbear.
Oh.
I haven't exactly been as smart as a person until about a year ago.
Oh.
I see you
Well,
have another owlbear over there. Let's see.
yeah.
Actually, since I'm thinking about it, Agony's not awake, but do you remember what gender Misery is?
Female.
Female? Alright. Let's see what this new one is.
I
Oh,
don't-
this dude's an alpha. He is the malest of male.
I don't know what the gender of
You're
mallet is
saying
either.
Frost got approached by a smart alpha Chad.
I
Yes?
got approached by a smart Chad. And I gave
Yeah.
him dragon. Okay.
You gave the Chad your meat.
Oh my god.
He's not wrong.
And I'm not
Right.
rephrasing it. Also,
Oh my-
clip it, I dare you.
Okay. Yeah, that's Misery. She's sweet.
That's good.
So, what, do you need anything else? I can start a fire for you. Or talk to an owlbear
Well,
that
I'm-
can talk.
A fire would be interesting, but I am currently significantly large enough to where the cold does not bother me. Loneliness, on the other hand, that bothers me.
Well, cold doesn't bother me either. We can sit here and talk. Do you mind if I dictate in my journal?
Not at all.
So I start
What is
asking
the
him about
journal?
his- I pull out the book and the quill and I start pointing out things that I've written and drawn in our travels and telling him about it.
So those squiggly lines let you remember things?
Yes.
Interesting. I have no idea what it says.
I can, as she reads him some stuff, tells him about, about her trying to find her sisters and that kind of thing.
Well, I hope you find your sisters someday.
So,
And then you're, who? Okay, what was the shift order? I forgot.
Literally how we're standing right now, it was Agony, then Skiff, then Xandius, then Frost. But but it was dictated that Midnight Frost would have been the only one awake.
Okay.
But then it switched around again for Agony would be the next awake for the next shift, technically. Whenever if she really stayed out long enough to just talk with him the whole time.
that would be. I would be
Fair
sitting
enough.
here talking to the guy.
Would Frost have ignored the fact that he brought up that he was lonely early on?
Well, she's not. She's talking to him.
Yeah. She's
Okay, 'cause
spending
I
time
didn't know
with
how
him.
you interpreted it. It's like I didn't know if it was interpreted as you just wanted to have someone to hang out with versus lonely.
Well, I mean, that's
Probably
the
a
other
bit of
the
both.
the other thing he'll have to discuss with Misery.
Yeah.
I can help with writing and learning about his life.
So,
I've already she's gonna probably get a level of exhaustion today.
well, I mean, this is just your night shift, so if you still swap out with Agony, then you wouldn't accrue an exhaustion. It's like, okay, I gotta go bed. Here's my friend.
Yeah. So she, after talking to him for a bit, she'd be like, "I need to get some more rest. Come on over here." She wakes up Agony.
Another owlbear?
We have a talking owlbear.
It talks? Oh.
Yeah, come here.
You talk?
She's really excited. She goes out and hugs him.
Oh.
It's like, I can make friends with owlbears too,
Yeah. Like,
and mine
she
talks.
she would have asked his name during the hour.
He doesn't have one.
She names him George.
Oh.
And you will love him and hug
And
him and
squeeze him
squeeze
and
him.
never let him go. And she's hugging him and saying, "This is George."
Well, hi,
She's
George.
I
super
am George.
excited in a very kid-like way that would be confusing and weird for Agony to see.
Yeah, because I haven't seen you this way at all, so yeah.
I am George.
You are George.
I am George. Who are you?
I am Agony. Because I figured
That's unfortunate.
for some, but not to me.
Well, as long as you're happy with it.
All right, I'm gonna go to bed. See you later, George.
Good night, Miss Frost.
So,
It's an awkward quiet for a moment, and then George looks at you and is like, "You have an interesting fate about you.
what do you mean?
I'm not surprised that misery follows you.
How so?
So,
He can see your special gift.
No.
But only because he's an owlbear.
I mean, fair. Would you like to travel with us?
I would no longer be lonely. That would be nice.
And I think my companions would not mind, especially the owlbears.
You have more owlbear companions?
Yes, I have Torment and Malice at home.
Interesting. I would like to meet them at some point.
Oh, Malady, not
George.
Malice. Said the wrong one. Another name in the bank.
Yup. Very well. And so you have yet another animal companion joining you.
this one you share with Frost. She loves him.
This one is intelligent.
Yeah.
So this one is literally a companion, not just a really strong pet. You know, one of these days, I'm going to have to get someone to do artwork of just, like, each of the parties with, like, all of the friends and animal companions they've made in their journeys. And this one is probably going to be the most hilarious because I'd probably have George drawn with a monocle, just so it could differentiate him, and then Misery would have the pots and pans helmet.
I mean, technically, we have a monocle, and if Frost has it, she could just love George enough to just have him wear it comically.
And it's also a
Okay,
really
also-
good piece of gear.
Yeah, but she could also buy him a monocle.
You know what? You could buy him a monocle. It wouldn't take that long if it wasn't already made, so... I don't know. Things to think about for the next time you're in town.
More puffball
no...
rolls?
Huh?
Does that mean more puffball rolls if everyone goes to sleep?
Yes, and because now you have someone else who is... you have another large animal willing to help you. Basically, that's another half day off of everything.
So you'll need
So,
one big animal to
one,
succeed at
two-
taking off another day?
Essentially,
and if I get all
yeah.
3, it would be an extra, right?
If you manage to get 3 big animals, that essentially cuts 2 days.
Okay, let's see it, Agony.
So, next day. Well,
Well,
that's one.
I got one.
Okay, for the record, if Skiff wakes up and he's informed about a talking owlbear, he just looks at the other at George with like really tired eyes, and he can't say it, but he just thinks to himself that he's not even shocked by this crap anymore.
Yeah, Frost would be super excited and be like,
He'd
"This is
probably-
George."
He'd
Guys,
probably
he
be a
talks.
little more surprised to hear that Frost is the one that did it this time.
Yeah.
Like, you look at the owlbear, you look to Agony, and Agony's like, it wasn't me this time.
Well, just the fact that there was another animal with him.
And another one.
Like you would see Frost hugging George like a kid in a candy store. Like, she's so happy.
Alright, so you managed to shave another day off, thanks to getting the badger.
Giant badger.
Giant badger, yes. So let's see what your new encounter is for this. Hopefully it is actually a new... I don't think this is a new one.
Just another owlbear.
Yeah, I guess George wouldn't notice it, but Skip doesn't exactly warm up to him like Frost does, but he doesn't exactly like be mean to him. But it's like indifferent and fun even more.
So this is as you guys are setting up camp for the night. You haven't gotten to the sleep schedule yet, but and another one.
Oh,
Another
God.
one.
You said you wanted the name Malady, right?
This one's Malice.
Okay, Malice. Okay. So Malady, Malice, Torment, and Misery, and then George.
And George. What's that one? Torment. What's that one? Misery. What's that one? Malady. What's that one? Malice. What's that one? George. One
Yeah.
of these is not like the other. So I take it you befriend this one and send it
Send
to,
it to
Duggan's Hole.
Yeah. Which
Send it to the camp.
which gender is it? Or do I have to roll to see if I figure that out before sending it?
You can try and figure it out. That'll be an investigation.
Not animal handling?
George isn't just gonna tell you.
Yeah, why can't we just ask George?
George can't tell what other genders, the genders of other ones are.
Oh, he can, but Agony didn't ask. He said, or she said, could I investigate to find out?
Why'd you investigate in Agony? Let's see it.
Investigation.
It's Harry.
Oh man, this must be a girl. It's a guy. Just George over there. It's a guy.
Alright.
You know, for someone so good at befriending owlbears, you should probably learn a little more about them. I could help with that.
I would love that.
All right, next day. Let's see what your puffballs are. Are you able to skip this day? Yep.
Almost. 2.
A day and a
Almost.
half isn't bad.
Yeah, a day and a half. So, skip next. This is another one that appears at night.
So once again, Frost is the only one awake for it.
Yep. This one's like dead of night.
Ah, yes.
Ooh. Oh. Let's see. Where are you at? Oh yeah, while I'm looking for this, so one of the new cards in the Magic the Gathering Baldur's Gate set was a Nothic. I ended up giving it to a friend of mine on yesterday, actually, because in the campaign that I was running for them at the time, he had a brother. They were twins, and his brother was murdered by a Nothic. You may recognize this little fella.
Recognize as in the type of thing it is, or
Oh,
this exact
isn't
one?
that one of the little things from the alien ship?
No.
Oh, it's
The
one
little,
of those.
the little
Yeah,
nature
like-
spirit things. Yeah.
Okay.
The
I'm sorry. I like
Chwinga.
really zoomed out
I mean, fair.
to see
Yeah.
the map.
All right. So let's see which one you get. Okay.
So I'm guessing Frost does some seemingly menial helpful thing and then is rewarded for it.
Let's see. I gotta find the encounter for it to see which one it is. Hello, Jet. You're distracting me. Stop it. Oh, you're so cute and fluffy. It is not. Let's see. All right, cool. Go ahead and give me a D% and tell me which one you want to be the good or the bad. The top half or the bottom half.
So
You
How
got to
do I-
decide before you. So decide.
I
you
want I'm gonna roll high, and is it just a D100?
So you want hot. So you want 51 and above to be good and 50 and below to be bad.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Yep, it's D100.
This is not good for me.
So the Chwinga hands you a berry. It's very cold to the touch, but then again, most things around here are. And then after it hands you the berry, it just gives a playful little giggle and disappears.
I'm not sure. Can I roll to see if I trust the berry?
Would that be
Give
like
me
survival? Yeah.
Yep,
That'd be survival. Okay.
Yep, let's see what you got. Hey, that's
25.
pretty good.
That's pretty good.
You know, you're not familiar with this berry, but based on how it looks, it's probably bitter.
I put it in my pocket.
Alrighty. You have a cold, bitter berry in your pocket. And that was your encounter. Alright, next day. Hooray.
Pop-ball.
And it was probably weird for Frost, but considering she's the only one awake, it's like that easily could have like that never happened.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, this still happened. Fine.
That's
Day and a
another
half.
day and a half. So that skip, and because you skipped a day and a half already, that skipped that. So you're actually on your last day.
Woo.
All right, let's see what you got. I feel like I've seen this one before. Yep, sure have. Let's go ahead and put Frost back there. So this happens right after you guys have gotten up.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Uh, oh, this is actually appropriate because you got it where he generally is. It is this.
Oh, we have seen him before.
Yes. And there.
So he's just like walking on his mammoth, just walking by while we're picking up our camp.
Essentially.
Does he seem hostile?
Let's see. Well, he's covered in blood. Like a lot of blood.
Well, I mean, last time we saw him when he was like fighting off like 8 Yetis, so it's not really a shock.
Yeah.
That's true. But he doesn't look any less angry.
Can I roll like insider perception to see if he as soon as if he like immediately notices us, would he attack us, or would he just, if we did nothing, he would just keep on going?
Well, you do have the chance to essentially do one insight on him before he sees you.
He's angry.
He looks pretty angry. That's probably something you'll want to hide from. But it's entirely up to you.
I mean, everyone else would have seen him too because they're so big.
Uh,
How would everyone else react to him?
I would be.
Frost is standing back.
I would gauge everyone else's looks and base it off of that.
Yeah, I probably want to try and hide.
Alright. So we will go with the highest roll and lowest modifier. Let's see what you got.
Lowest modifier is a -1.
So 12, 15,
I don't think I helped.
6. So far, 15 appears to be the highest. Just need Frost.
Oh, what? Lowest
stealth.
modifier.
Yeah, it's your stealth.
Oh, we just roll our stealth. Oh, I
Yep,
didn't know
go
we
ahead
were
and roll
stealthing.
stealth.
All
Yeah.
right.
So that was 18 minus 1 is 17. Let's see if he sees you. He has...
Throw.
Would he?
Oh
would,
man, look at all that wisdom. Oh, this is gonna be...
I'm
He
guessing
does
it's
not know it.
I
No.
was gonna say like it's like not even though like okay because like he has no advantage in the concept when he's like riding above us and probably has some kind of vantage point because he's on the mammoth.
It's the 45-degree rule. People don't look 45-degree up or down, so you guys were saved.
And that's the only encounter for the whole day.
Yep.
Sweet.
And that was your last day as you managed to come across... I guess I'll need to add another one.
And we spent this whole entire time. Has George gotten with misery? He's been with us for a few days now.
We will see in just a moment. I need to set up the next map really quick. So we are going to move you to this one. There we go. Y'all are at the bottom of the map, by the way. And then as for your have they bump uglies... Yes, they have actually.
Makes sense.
That was probably something you never thought you'd see, but here we are. But with that, because I have to get up in the morning, unfortunately, this is where we're going to call it as you guys make it to the shore. To explain what you guys are seeing, over here is a stone house. You've got an itty-bitty pier right here with a little boat, and then out here is an outcropping with a bunch of stuff. Also, the reason this area is blacked out is because it is a vertical view of what you see over here, which I will end up showing you when or if you do the thing that needs to be done. In the meantime, thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you guys enjoyed the incredible shenanigans that took place here, and we will see you next week with yet another episode of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden.